What's up, guys? It's Alec from Blackhouse Vapor Company coming at you today with another quick juice review. This time we are going to look at Roxanne by Blackhouse Vapor Company. So let's get started.
Are you listening? Damn.
Okay, if you've watched one of these juice reviews, these quick juice reviews before, awesome. If you haven't, let me walk you through the structure really quickly. I'm going to start off with the flavor profiles, both what comes on the packaging, what's claimed on the packaging, and then what I perceived after vaping at least one, but usually more than one bottle of the juice. After that, I'm going to go into the temperature that I think that the flavor vapes best at, or that the flavor really pops at. But again, that's going to be personal preference. You'll kind of have to mess around with it yourself to figure out where the best temperature range is for you. But hopefully I can give you at least a starting point, and you can experiment from there on your own device. After that, I'm going to finish off this video with where this juice, this particular flavor, sits in my flavor rotation. So whether that's an all-day vape, if that's just like a candy, if it's a morning vape, like maybe a coffee flavor or something like that, I'll kind of let you know where it lines up for me, and maybe that'll give you a sense of where it might fit in your own juice rotation. But let's get started first off with the flavor. Okay, so the flavor on the label itself for Roxanne is going to be a cherry strawberry pina colada. That's the kind of a tropical blend with the addition of cherry, which is something that we've kind of haven't seen as much before in tropical flavors. My perception of it, though, the cherry flavor is really strong, and that might scare some people right at the beginning when they hear that, when they hear strong cherry in a vape flavor, because I think most people's experiences with cherry flavors in the vape industry have been pretty bad. Cherry flavors, for me at least in the past, have been pretty stereotypically awful in terms of flavor profiles. They usually taste like cough syrup and not much else. But this particular cherry flavor is actually incredibly good. It's surprisingly good. So if you're interested in finding a juice with a cherry flavor that isn't repulsive, I would certainly recommend giving Roxanne a go just based off of that alone. I did, however, have to mention, I didn't notice much of the strawberry flavor. Now, I definitely get the tropical notes like you'd get from a normal pina colada flavor, but I didn't get strawberry as strongly as I got those, and cherry again was certainly the strongest of all of the flavors that were labeled that I received on my palate. It's definitely not too sweet, but it's sweet enough to counteract that typical taste like cough medicine thing. I think that the tropical flavors along with the overall sweetness are the two things that help keep this flavor from edging itself into the category of a bad cherry flavor. This is definitely one of the few cherry flavors I've tasted that's really, really good in my opinion, and I think that's how they're doing it. The tropical, and then making that cherry flavor black cherry, but a little bit sweeter than your average black cherry flavor. Okay, from there, temperature-wise, like most candy flavors, and I would consider this a candy flavor even though it's more of like a tropical flavor, still has very candy-esque profile, so I'd say it's a medium to a hot vape. I would start there at least. Most candy profiles or most profiles that are a little bit sweeter vape better, and the subtle notes of the flavors come out better at a hotter temperature. In terms of where it fits into my flavor rotation, just to finish this video off, this flavor is an all-day vape for me. If you're not into the sweeter flavors as much, I definitely say that it would fit in the candy rotation, something a little bit that you wouldn't do all day long, but you do if you want a little sweet treat or something like that. But for me personally, it's an all-day vape just because I do enjoy cherry flavors if they're done well, and this is probably the best cherry flavor that I've been able to find. So, that being said, hopefully I've given you enough information. If I have, link to the product is right above, as well as if you're already on our website, you're probably looking at it right there. We have it in 60 ml bottles in 0, 3, and 6. And if you come down to the shop, we do have a special right now that they've been running for actually a little bit of time, but I haven't mentioned it on the channel. $35 for 2 bottles, 2 60 ml bottles of house juice. So that's a really awesome deal. They're also doing right now, while I'm mentioning deals, they're doing a 2 for $35 on Naked as well. If you come into the shop, and the shop is 2148 South 900 East, Suite 3. If you haven't been down here, I definitely recommend you come say hello to the staff. We are always happy to help you find a flavor that does suit your needs if this one doesn't sound like it's quite your cup of tea. But besides that, have a wonderful day, guys. We'll see you on the next one.
Are you listening? Damn.